Hi guys, my name is Nairi and you'll find me on the Nairi Squires channel where I talk about everything relating to adoption, family life, children's trauma and behaviour. If you're a foster carer, you'll probably find it useful as well. So if you think this could be interesting to you, then please just hit the pink subscribe button that you can see down in the corner of the screen. Now today we're going to talk about how to choose an appropriate school for your adopted children or even foster children. And this is a tricky, challenging situation because school is a massive part of any adopted child's life. So first of all, let's think about where you're going to start looking, where you're going to start researching what type of school is going to be best for your child. Now in the UK, if you have an adopted child, then they take priority over placements, and it would have to be a very good argument for a school to turn around and say that they couldn't take your child. So that puts you in a really strong position as to what you can do and where you can go to have a look at what would be suitable for your adopted child. Now let's just backtrack a little bit and let's talk about what type of child that you might have. So if you have a child that really struggles academically, then this is obviously going to be a different choice of school than if you have a child that's actually functioning really well and is a nearing normal levels for schooling. And that's possible. It might well be that your child is not going to struggle at school and does not struggle to make friends. In my experience, they probably will struggle with one of those, but if you've got somebody who doesn't, then that's absolutely fantabulous. So anyway, if you have a child that has normal development, then what you're going to do is you're going to look for a school that is going to offer them both the academic challenge and also the therapeutic safety net, because they'll still need to have a good level of pastoral care. So take your time, guys. Go and have a good look at all the schools that you're interested in, and if possible, hang around for a little bit, because most of the time when schools show you around, they show you around at a really, really good time of day when nothing's breaking out. So spend some time there talking to the senior staff about what they have in place for a therapeutic approach, and spend some time in the classroom. Conversely, if you have a child that you know has developmental issues but doesn't need to go to a specialist school, is going to have to go to mainstream but is behind, and this is my experience because I have two adopted boys who are both, I'd say one is probably just over a year behind and the other one is approaching 2 years behind, then you're looking for a different school really. You're not really looking for a school that's going to challenge them academically, even though of course you want them to achieve. The most important thing for them is to feel really happy, respected and settled at school, and to have a wide range of options open to them. So what you're looking for in that case is a school that has maybe really good outdoor space, has good facilities within the classroom, has a relaxing environment, possibly has something that they've therapeutically set up so children can actually leave the classroom to go to. Also, they've got a good level of classroom assistant there so that there's extra support in the classrooms, and potentially they hive off and do separate group work in smaller groups. Because the bottom line is, your children or child, they're going to struggle with pretty much everything that's thrown at them academically. So they need to be able to have other interests that they really get their teeth into. So think about the fact, is the school got nice creative atmosphere, creative ethos? Does it enjoy physical things like PE? Is there lots of opportunities for your child to get involved in PE? Does it involve like getting involved in nature and things of the outdoors? What is there that just doesn't include your general maths, English and writing, spelling and all those things that they're going to struggle with? And also, this is for any of the children that you're adopting, whether they're doing well academically or they're not doing well academically. What opportunity is there for you to speak to the class teacher at the end of the day? Is it going to be difficult to actually find them? Is it going to be difficult to access the classroom or to meet them at the end of the day? Because for some schools, what I've noticed is it's actually quite difficult to get to the class teacher. Excuse me, you can get to the Senko, you can speak to the senior staff that deal with the behaviour issues, but you can't actually get to the classroom teacher, when it's really, really essential that you can speak to the teacher nearly every day and keep short accounts with what is happening with your child, because the chances are for many of these children they're going to have massive friendship problems. They're going to go in and out of friendships really quickly and easily because they find it difficult to enter into empathy. They've experienced so much shall we say detachment before and disappointments, that having permanent friendships is a challenge. And if they're behind academically, then they might be behind emotionally. Then they're going to find it really hard to keep those friendships going at a level where all the other friendships are, because they're behind. So every day you're possibly going to need conversations with a teacher to check, have they eaten enough for lunch? How were their friendships at the break times and lunch times? And what is it that you can do as an adoptive parent to support them along the way? And that's so important, guys, that you have those conversations all the time. And if you're at all concerned, you have to be brave enough sometimes to challenge education, because education is just simply that, is education, and they're trying to get children through to a certain assessment level by the time they leave primary and going on to the next school. So actually, that's their job. More latterly, schools have got more involved in therapeutic parenting, things such as Thrive, and there are other programs out there. But, at the end of the day, primarily they are educators, and you may well have to work very hard to keep your children on track at school. So I hope that helps you guys. The choices are out there for you. Make a good one. If you're not happy with the school choice after a few years, it's not ideal. I wouldn't suggest you change children too often from what they're used to, but you might have to be prepared to make school changes if you need to. Hope this helps you guys. On my channel, you will find lots of other videos about lots of other subjects that are going to help you if you're looking after traumatized children you've adopted, you've fostered. So if you think that could be interesting, then at the end you will see my picture of myself in a circle at the end of the screen. So please hit that one, and hopefully I'll see you again on some of my other videos. And do not be afraid to ask me for subjects that I can cover. I would love to help you. Thank you very much now. Goodbye.